Okay, let me start off the video by saying bad news. Lamp fucking died. So we're gonna be looking dark as hell today. You know, I've come to a point in life because I'm 21 years old. Currently 21 years old. A lot of people are pussies. Whether it be making a decision on where to go in life. Okay, well, not even. I'll admit that one was even hard for me. To kind of just get to the gist of the video. If you have feelings for somebody, just fucking say it, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. It takes a mad amount of balls to, like, you know, say it like, or you were forced to put me away. But the main problem is just not going out of your way and doing it. I want to preface real quick. This is not relationship advice. This is not relationship advice. I am single. Anyways, fucking hell, let's just get straight into it. Well, for one, you will never know the outcome unless you just fucking do it. And it's just really as simple as that. It's the only thing I really have to say for anybody that's just like, well, what's the advice, man? What do I? You won't know. Like, as cheesy as Peter Parker, was it Peter Parker? Peter B. Parker? Whatever the fuck. I'm not. Movie reference. I suck at references. The main gist is that no matter what you choose in life, you will not know until it has happened. You won't know if you will get arrested for stealing unless you get caught. So I'll just get caught. Bad examples aside, when it comes to relationships, and like not even specifically boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, it's more or less just relationships. Period. The way you go about yourself in regular relationships, you kind of go about in your other relationships. So hypothetically speaking, even if you were to attain a girlfriend today, right? Yeah, you always wanted a girlfriend, and boom, she's right there. Okay. This is for both men and women. I know nothing here. If you get a boyfriend or girlfriend today, this is what happens. Depending on how you carry yourself, you will, you know, have a couple things happen. Very rarely, and I say rarely because it almost never happens, but sometimes people have a weird spark in them that trigger everything else. They'll wanna clean themselves. They'll want to, like, clean up other stuff. They'll want to do their homework. They want to do all these other things. They'll go to the next locals and be like, yeah, I got this. I'm him tonight. I'm him. And then place first. Or they don't go to locals because they have a girlfriend. Damn, just imagine that. Just imagine you're out and, hey, yo, Steven, can you come out tonight? Can you come out to locals tonight? No. I have a girlfriend. Yeah. What you mean? What you mean? You fake motherfucker! Most of the time, when people who are not really carrying themselves well, and you'll kind of you'll figure this out the moment that it happens, but most times, people will kind of just go about their life almost the same way, right? Because that's how you should carry yourself in a relationship. Like, no matter what happens, right? Girlfriend or boyfriend or even regular friend, you carry yourself the same way. So how does that attribute to the relationship? Well, I mean, if you're going to continue going to locals, that might interrupt boyfriend-girlfriend time. Like, they're probably not going to be happy with that. Good luck. Other things that attribute to yourself is more notably how pretentious you are. Like God damn, if you are a douche, no girlfriend is no relationship is gonna save that. You have to save yourself. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, the first example that I just put up earlier, right, where people just suddenly have a spark in them and then boom, everything just changes. Like, that's a rare thing because most times, if a person likes kicking cats, they're still gonna kick cats when they're like in a relationship. You can't really do much about that. Now, obviously, obviously, there's a lot to consider. Like, it's not just that everybody either suddenly has a relationship, you know. It's a lot to do with you. And that's the reason why a lot of people go out and say some cheesy shit. It's like, oh, you gotta work on yourself before you start loving on others. And you can't just be. We're getting all that Sigma shit out of the way. Like, to really put it simply, the reason people tell you to work on yourself is mostly because, I mean, a good chunk of like where you're not at with a person is mostly because of you. You know, that's just the simply put. It's not always a bad thing either. I mean, you know, some people, right? Let's talk about people like me who are straight. Some people like me, right? A lot of girls don't like guys that play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon because they see that as a red flag. And that's just how it is. You know, some people just don't like Chain to Ash Blossom. You know, I can't change that. I can't really change that at all. But then we have some lucky motherfuckers like Joshua Schmidt who met his fiance at a YCS. That just happens. It happens. Now, I'm not telling you straight up. Oh, shit. I woke up with a bad hair day. I'm not saying have, like, confidence out of your ass, because there's a difference between just regular confidence and then just confidence out of your ass. But, like, be who you are and be proud of it. And if you're not proud of it, then I think there's something to like really change, whether it be about your mentality or just the way that you go about your life. I mean, with my previous video that I put out on me quitting competition, or at least majority of competition, it's not too surprising that like me coming out and me doing more things with my family and like other stuff besides Yu-Gi-Oh, that I'm seeing a lot of like weird stuff. By the way, if anybody makes fun of my hair in the comment section, I will kick you in your. Now again, to preface, if you act like an asshole, no matter what, it's just not gonna attract well. You guys ever heard the phrase, your energy attracts a certain crowd? If you haven't heard of that phrase before, probably because I butchered the line. Basically, what it's saying is, who you are will bring out the type of people you're with, right? Now, this doesn't like, it's not always 100%. And that's just something I want to put out there that like a lot of these people don't say, because it isn't really 100%. Like, you're not just going to attract people that are specifically like you. It's more or less just the idea that who you are will attract people, right? That's just how it is. That's life. You will attract certain people to you, and then those people will be one of a million things. And that's always something to keep in mind. So like, for example, if you're just roughly around quite a bit of assholes, that means you probably shouldn't be around them, but it doesn't mean like you necessarily attract them. The way to know that you attract them is if every single situation, right, like all these situations just come from a new set of people that you meet up with, you're probably attracting assholes, and there's something you got to figure out. You could have one of these a million things, but the main important thing is, right, to get to the original topic of the video, Um, should I confess to my crush and high key just go for it? There really isn't any drawback. It's not like you're gonna get drolled in resolution and then all of a sudden you're just no longer able to search for a girlfriend for the rest of the term. No, it's you're not even searching for a girlfriend when you're confessing your feelings for somebody. I mean, if that's the goal that you're trying to make, then fucking hell, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna stop you. I just hope it goes well. To really put it simply, you're not going to know the outcome, so you just go forward with it. An example that I have, right? Again, not relationship advice. Let's talk about the good and the bad. I'll get with the bad first. I've had two. So at the time of me liking both of these girls, they were roughly within the same year. My main problem, right, was just if they were in a mindset to like want to be with somebody, right? Because talking to them about stuff like relationships, they've always had like either a negative perception or a negative like surrounding. So everything was just always like when it came to the mind of me, who always really overthought about things and like heavily loved to plan things, right? I like to have plan A all the way down to Z. It was just really rough. I overthought a lot, and I was thinking, shit, man, is it even worth asking them? Will I just be told no because of these things? Like, should I even ask? And eventually, I didn't ask them, or I didn't even tell them. I ended up finding out that both of them ended up in relationships simultaneously. Like the week before, or what is it? 1 week, catching up with somebody. They're like, oh yeah, I got a boyfriend. Cute. I was hurt. I was like, oh yeah, that is extremely nice, man. That is extremely nice. And then I went to bed and I cried myself to sleep. I was so I was so pathetic. I won't even get to the second person. The second person was just the same thing. Like a lot of problems in their life. Talked to them the following week, and then they said the same thing. Did the same shit I did the previous week, and just cried myself to sleep. And then went to talk to my cousin, and my cousin was just like, "Dude, I get that you're sad as hell, and I'm really sorry for that. But come on, man, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You were a bitch. You were a bitch. You were a bitch." Jokes to the side. I've still not told them about this, mostly because they're still in that relationship to this day. I'm very happy for them. And I had one or two situations, or like one or two things to do from here, right? From that point, I could have either allowed it like any other situation where I couldn't bag the girl, to basically let it eat me up inside, right? Tell me how stupid I am, feeling sorry for myself, all that kind of stuff. Or I could have just simply, moved on, right? And both of those things didn't happen. I decided to create my own path. It's weird, and again, it's cheesy as shit, but this is just what worked for me. I figured this is something I need to work on, right? But what was there to work on? And I just kind of thought about that. I used all that time that I would have spent overthinking on these like possible situations into just making, okay, where do I go from here? Okay. And then from that point, I guess I don't know what it was. I guess I just had more of a spark in me. I'm never going to say that shit ever again. I had something inside me that basically just went, fuck it, I'm going to tell these people how I feel. And then eventually this is kind of what happened. I just told people straight up, hey, I like you. Just plain and simple. I like you. Like, and mind you, this wasn't immediately the first day, but some of these situations came up like a week knowing them, right? I think the longest was probably 2 or 3 days, which is probably really short. But a majority of them was just down the line to the point where like I couldn't stand it anymore, cause that's where I solved the what is it? The question that people are probably gonna wonder, like, how did you know when to tell them? I didn't. I just kind of knew, okay, I have to find a way to tell them that doesn't disrupt them and disrupt me. Because for me, some of the days literally were just picked by me wondering how long was it that I was going to continue to stay miserable. And I said, fuck it. I'm just going to go tell them. Because at that point, if you're going to feel miserable about it, you might as well, like, not even shoot your shot, but more or less just get it off your chest. Because the most that can happen is a relationship. You know? Middle ground is friendship, and I don't mean like the friend zone, because like being in a friend zone is different, and that's a video for another day. But like the worst that can really happen is they feel uncomfortable and they make you feel like shit for it. And let's be real, if they make you feel like shit for going up and asking them, or like going up and telling them, hey, I like you, and then asking them how they feel. Like, if they're gonna make you feel like shit for it, then they were not a person for you to be with in the first. Like, come on now. At the bare minimum, if someone's telling me that they like me, I'm not gonna make them feel like shit. I'm just gonna say, well, okay, let's figure it out. And that's really all that should happen, is you guys just figure what's the best situation. No matter what it comes down to, everything just comes down to what you do, how you do it, and how you handle it. This video is probably not any different from anybody else. This video is probably similar or exactly the same, but my gist on it, because it's just me, my words on it is go for it. What do you have to lose? This life is so short, dude. Like, your next decision in going to a YCS or asking a person out, or even getting that job interview that you're thinking about, just thinking about, all these decisions just come down to a wince. You know, you can't expect anything different. Like, you can't expect that going things at a slow pace will get you anywhere. Like, a slow pace only happens in cases where like you're going too fast, right? That's when you gotta figure out a pace, you know? Like, you're not necessarily going slow pace, you're going at a slower pace than you're normally going. Explanations to the side. That's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is not my normal Yu-Gi-Oh content. I mean, I've made Yu-Gi-Oh references, but if people haven't watched my previous video, I'm being more open to having like more like different content, situated content, and I just figured today was a day that I wanted to talk about this. Editing is probably going to take a good chunk. Fucking hell. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a like. Tell me what your thoughts on this video were. If you guys like the different content compared to the Yu-Gi-Oh content, give me topics for discussion. I don't know, like for as long as it's not political shit. Dear Lord, I really hope we don't talk about politics. Give me suggestions. I really hope you guys like the video. If you guys want to stay tuned for more shit, then subscribe. Hit the notification bell or whatnot. I don't fucking know. You can binge my content, do whatever the hell you want. See ya.
Bitch, don't think that you just know me. You've been fucking on the wrong team, acting like you out here lonely. You just want some of my money. I've been fucking with the right ones. Why you want this fuck?